Pleasant day to all my subscribers, my viewers, the Obedient family. Thank you for joining me once again. Now, let me start this video by addressing the clash between the Labour Party, members or the Obedience, and then the talks that were sent to attack them in Edo State. The PDP talks that were sent to attack them. I believe that in politics, everybody should have a level playing ground, and it doesn't make any form of sense that people will go out to campaign and they'll be attacked. They'll be messed up by some hoodlums that are trying to protect their own party supremacy in that area. I don't even understand how this happens in Nigeria, where in a place like Edo State, where we have a larger number of obedience, is where people have started attacking themselves on the grounds of politics. And we keep telling them this thing is not about you. Do not kill yourself for a politician, but at the same time, come to a consensus and look for somebody, because there is something that is going on that will soon destroy the both parties, both the PDP and the Labour Party, if they are not careful. INEC is doing their biddings. Wike's brother is the reg there, and trust me, Tinubu has already said we are giving the governorship to the APC. Edo State is for APC, so I think they should now start looking beyond all this rubbish they're actually doing and face the realities. And thank God that the Labour Party, and the Obedience actually went out there to go and campaign. We're not shaking. They continued the campaign. I'm going to be showing you that video in the jiffy, but before I do that, I keep saying that it is the responsibility of a leader to actually know what clearly is what to say at every given point in time, what the mission is clearly. And Peter Obi has always stood out when it comes to that. Coming to the issue of Labour Party, coming to the issue of the people, coming to the issue of, the inconsistencies that are happening. He's always talking about how the life of the people will get better. And it's really, really good to see him do that, because the truth is, there is nothing that is actually more important than what Nigerians are facing right now, how to remove them from what they are actually facing right now. And no matter how they talk about the crises and everything that is happening in the party, it is just minute to what the real deal is. And thank God he has made it very open. They wanted to actually throw, lemons at him, and he converted the whole lemons to lemonade. And it's really good to hear him say what he has to say. I'm going to be showing you that video, but first of all, let me show you how the talks actually attack Obedience and Labour Party members in Edo, and show you the disgrace called Apapio as the Senate President. When I come back, we'll continue.
This man that they fight and with money. See him out. Labour too many for war, two for Wongora. They say we too many for war, two for Wongora. Say Labour not go fit stand for Wongora. Now they because the councillor of war two say na speaker say now.
Presently where we are now, so we were here waiting for our governor to come. While the PDP councillor and others, they just called themselves. They said that the speaker sent them, that they should come and chase us away from here, that we should go to our secretariat, that we don't have right to do anything anywhere. I was trying to film what is going on. The councillor just come say, want to take my phone. I told him I will mate. He just gripped me and hit me twice. And this is the result here.
Now, this is actually what is happening in Edo State, where, Obedience and Labour Party members are being attacked because they actually came to campaign. Now, let me quickly take you to what Apapio said that have triggered a lot of reaction on the social media space.
And the president. So a lot of people will say things. I saw one of the legislators on television talking about you and mentioning the fact that she was not carried along. Well, she's a member of the Senate. Once the decision is taken, she is bound by the decision. So please ignore every distraction, and then be rest assured that no matter what you do, not everybody will praise you. No matter what you do, others will still try to find faults. Some were saying, why roads alone? But look at where we are now.
Now, you've seen it right. I've said what I said at the beginning. We should be able to allow people free and fairly campaign. There should be no fear factor. It doesn't even make sense that people are being attacked because they came out to campaign. At this point in time, those talks should be actually dealt with. And let me advise the Labour Party guys and the Obedients, if you're going out, go out in mass, so that whenever something like that happens, you people will give the person a thorough beating, because that is the level we have got into. We must come to a place where we take these things by force and not allow anybody intimidate us. Enough of intimidations, enough of trying to open chest and everything. When you get the opportunity, teach them a lesson so that they will understand. Kenyan youth have shown that, listen, sometimes it's not about just being peaceful. Sometimes go to their houses, deal with them, make them understand that, listen, we are not here to take rubbish. We are not joking here. Before you know, they will realize. Shebi Ruto don they organize space for Twitter. They talk with Kenyans, people, Kenyan citizens, telling them how he's going to change everything. And then you can see the kind of leaders we have in Nigeria. Apabio is the most disgraceful senator ever. He's a colossal failure, and that man don't even deserve a local government chairman. He don't even know how to control his tongue. I don't know, he behaves like somebody that is a complete illiterate. Your senator is having a problem with the minister. Instead of you to come in between and say, okay, let me look for a solution to this, a consensus where there will be an agreement to this, you clearly came out and you are picking side. Does it even make sense? And you are supposed to be the Senate president. His activities right from when he was the Senate president has been from one disgraceful act to another. That man is not supposed to even be called a street leader. You carry somebody like that and make a Senate president, and you expect Nigeria to work? It can never, because you can see, you look at him, look at the activities he carry out, look at what he's saying. When we talk about all these rulers that are there just for their selfish and wicked interest, a lot of people think it's a joke, but these are the factors. These are what we are talking about. Anyway, let me quickly go to my leader, Peter Obi, and what he said, how he actually, answered some of the journalists that were trying to throw, questions at him that are subtle, but he came out with the best answer. Please watch this, and when I come back, we'll wrap this up.
People are distracted by this issue so far.
No, they are not distracted. They are being distracted by those in office. We're not in office. How can they be distracted when we're actually doing what is amazing?
Do we still have hope for Labour Party in the next elections?
Which hope? Whichever forces that is involved, we will resolve it. External and internal, we will amicably resolve this to the greater interest of Nigerians, not just Labour Party, where we'll start caring about what concerns Nigerians. Nigerians do not expect us as politicians to be preoccupied by party wranglings. They want us to be preoccupied by issues that affect Nigerians, which is their health, their children's education, the food, and pulling people out of poverty. We can't have 30-something million people that will face hunger, with more people being thrown into poverty and everything, and we're preoccupied by party wrangling. We are going to resolve it and focus on doing what we are expected as politicians. It means we are public servants, and we must focus on the people. It is about the people.
But the people are distracted by this issue so far.
No, they are not distracted. They are being distracted by the...
Now, you've had it right. Lately, he's been doing a lot of job trying to reconcile the whole Labour Party saga, from Abure to Apapa and all that. No matter how they come out in the media and talk wrong about him, the man is not even worried. He's doing his best to make sure that he meets everybody. Recently, he actually went to Joe Ajero's place. He met some of the Labour leaders and all that, the political unit of the Labour Congress and all that. Talked to them. He's been going around trying to look for, solutions to the problem that is actually happening in the party. But you can actually see that his attention is not fully drawn on party crisis. His attention is still about how to lift the people from poverty, how to make food available, how to make education available for those out of school kids, how to change the lives of Nigerians that are passing through hell every day. And I think this should be the vocal point. This should be the point where everybody pays concentration to. Any other thing is just, for me, minute compared to this. There will always be crisis in party because it has to do with different people. Not be one person in the makeup party, they get different set of people where they come together and make up party. So there will always be that rancor because everybody comes with his own motive and you can't really spell out the motive of somebody. So automatically, if the motive is not right, like this other person, then definitely you will have that disagreement. And what happens when there's disagreement is to find a level playing ground for everybody and say, okay, let us agree on a thing. And that is what they are trying to do with the party. And trust me, there's in every party you have that. But it's coming out to say my attention is still basically on the people and how to help them because they are passing through a very, very terrible crisis. And that's just what it is. We are passing through hell right now in this country. With leaders like Akpabio, with rulers like Akpabio, with Tinubu and the likes and his team, it has been consistent failure. We have a House of Assembly that don't question anything. Hook, line, and sinker, the way the president dropped his how they take it. The last National Assembly we had that function was Saraki's own. After that, all we have are photocopy and rubber stamped. It's even better the rubber stamped than Akpabio. Akpabio is now rubbing it on the face of Nigerians and telling us we can't do nothing. And that is why I keep saying we need to come to terms with the fact that these men are not there to help anybody. That is why you can see them running within themselves. No matter how I condemn the Labour Party senators and everything, I feel that as a Senate president, you have to protect your people instead of opening them to fire. And that is what he has done. He picked a side clearly. A Senate president have this kind of mouth saying this kind of rubbish outside, and you are a Senate president. Does it even make sense? E.t.c should better sit down tight because it's very clear the people up there are really, really not happy that she was the one that removed Aduda. So they are coming for her with everything they have in 2027. And you know that with the recent activities going on, now Wike's wife now have passed the second whatever of appeal court judge. So automatically they are lobbying themselves into that position, working it as fast as they can so that they can actually use it to do whatever they want to do. It's going to be a complete capture. And that is why Nigerians need to sit up. Let me drop it here, guys. Please drop your comment in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to be notified. I'm obedient and I'm useful. I hope you are. Fingers crossed. Let's keep holding them responsible at £8. God bless you. I'll see you next time.